Implementing a barcode inventory system at your practice, the Clinique of Plastic Surgery. Retail inventory in your practice makes up a large part of your patient satisfaction. Patients rely on products to sustain the services performed by your medical staff. Now, the current retail inventory has no system in place for tracking, reordering, scanning out, anything at all. Proper inventory tracking is imperative to be able to measure the success of your business. Therefore, I'm proposing a barcoded inventory system that plugs into your existing patient care software program. This is going to help with any monetary loss issues or patient retention issues. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about your current inefficiencies in the inventory system, the new system, the process of the new system, benefits and risk of that system, and how to implement the barcoded scanning system. Current inefficiencies in your inventory system. I took some time to speak with your staff to help me better understand where the issues started and how they were affecting the productivity of the practice. First, I started with your receptionist, Jessica. She's in charge of checking in and out all of the retail products in the business. She explained to me how difficult it is to locate products when she's creating an invoice. When she's checking out a patient, she has to scroll through 98 products that are only identified by a product name in the system. If she is unable to find the product, or she's in a rush, she told me that it's really easy to choose the wrong product when the practice is busy. Your products range in price from $34 to $265. So as you can see, choosing the wrong product can really create profitability issues, but also inventory tracking issues for your practice. Another inefficiency was out-of-stock products. When I spoke with your medical esthetician, Nadine is the one who sells all of your products and recommends the retail inventory to your patients. She told me how frustrating it is when she goes to sell a product and the product is out of stock. There is no current system for reordering products in your software program right now. If someone doesn't check the inventory manually every day, there's no way of knowing whether that product is in stock or low. So often she has to go back to tell your patient that that product is unavailable. And the receiving process for a product can take up to 2 weeks long. So often clients are referred to your nearby practices, your competition, and they buy the product there. This is not only an inconvenience to your patient, but it can pose a threat to your return business of that patient. Another issue is inefficient time use. I spoke with your spa manager, Kathleen, and she is in charge of monitoring and reporting the profits in her department. Well, retail inventory is a large part of her department's profits. She elaborated on the issue of missing products and all the time she spends manually taking inventory, trying to account for where these products have gone. She spends hours, sometimes 3 to 4 hours, taking inventory, and she can do this several times a week, she explained to me. These hours would be better utilized developing ways to gain new patients, and her productivity is stifled by the ongoing inventory issues in your practice. As you can see, this is how inventory should be taken. There should be barcoded labels on your products. It should be easy to refer to a report to find out if you have low inventory or where inventory was sold or who the inventory was sold to. Now, how is a barcoded scanning inventory system going to improve the current situation at your practice? Well, we can start with the checking out mix-up. This will no longer be an issue because when Jessica checks out a product, she is going to use a scanner to scan the barcode label on the product. This is going to automatically populate into the invoice with accurate cost and description. There will be no issue of entering the wrong product. And it will be as simple as closing an invoice to deduct it from inventory. Reorder alerts. Now, this is very important to make sure that products are in stock when patients want to purchase them. So in the new inventory software system, there will be a reorder level set for products. You will set the levels determined by how well the product sells. For example, your best-selling product, you could sell 5 of those a day or a week. This product should be set at a higher reorder level than your lower selling products. You may want to set that level at 5 or 10, and maybe set your slower selling products at a 1. When those products get to that number, an alert will pop up on the staff screen that that product needs to be ordered. This will help eliminate the process of checking the inventory daily to make sure that there's enough in stock. Also, when patients go to buy that product, it will always be available. Inventory reporting. This is going to help Kathleen manage her time more effectively. She will no longer spend 3 to 4 hours manually taking inventory. She will no longer have to wonder where a product was sold or who it was sold to, because the new software system has a plethora of reports that are available to the staff. Reports that don't only show current inventory, but elaborate on best-selling inventory, details on when it was purchased, who it was purchased by, and this is going to really help her decide what inventory is important to the practice and what inventory is not important. It will also give her more time to promote new business and focus on bringing new patients to the practice. I know you're wondering, what is this going to cost me? Why haven't we done this before? It must be expensive. Well, I have good news for you. It is not expensive. It is a very affordable program. You will need to purchase a few system materials, 3 components to be exact. First, you'll need 2 barcode scanners. One scanner will be at the front desk with Jessica, and this scanner will be used to check out products into the invoices in the software program. The other scanner will be placed in the inventory room. This scanner will be used to receive inventory when it comes into the practice. Now, each scanner is wirelessly connected, so you don't have to worry about plugging it in or messy wires, and they are only $42.99 each. The next component you will need is a Dymo label maker. This will make the barcode labels to be placed on the products. It connects directly in to your computer, and it is $64.99. The last component is the add-on software, the inventory software that is not currently being used in your patient platform software. It is free. It comes with a software that you already purchased. It's just not being utilized. So that software simply needs to be activated, and for a total cost of $150.97, you can have an inventory system. The process, how does the system work? Is it difficult? Is it going to be lengthy? How are we going to implement it? Well, it's very easy. It first starts with the receiving process, receiving the inventory. The add-on system will have individual areas for you to input vendor information and product information. When products are unpacked and received, the packing slip will simply need to be scanned into the system, and this will show that the products have been received. All vendor and product information will automatically populate, so there is no room for error. Second is the labeling process. Once all of those products are counted and put into the inventory room, you will print labels that will only print what was received from the packing slip. You'll simply need to put the labels on the products, scan them back into the system, and this will show them as sellable inventory. Scanning. This is the process you do when the product is ready to be sold. The seller can simply scan the barcoded product with the barcode scanner, and it will directly populate into the invoice. When the invoice is closed, the product will deduct from the in-stock inventory number. The last part of the process will be the reorder process. This is very easy because you are going to set reorder levels in this new software program. It's simply going to display an alert that will show you when inventory numbers are low. I know you're wondering, this sounds too good to be true. What are the risks? There has to be a catch. Well, there are little risks involved, but there are some. Of course, with any new program, you're going to incur an additional cost in that program. I explained to you that there are a few materials that are needed, and that costs $150.97. It's a very small fee for what you're gaining, an entire inventory system. You also need to train employees. You'll need new training, and you'll need to develop a procedural manual so that employees can refer back to this when they have any questions or troubleshooting for the program itself. Also, because this is a software program, you may run into IT issues, which could incur some additional IT costs. Benefits. Now, these largely outweigh the risks. First, you're going to have accurate tracking of incoming and outgoing inventory. It's going to show everything from when inventory was received to when it was sold. You're going to have an easy scanning system that anyone can operate in your practice for checking out your inventory. There's going to be automatic population of product details and price, leaving no room for error. Tax information, all of that will be input into the system so that all that needs to be done is scanning of the product. Reorder levels. Reorder levels will alert your staff when in-stock inventory is low, meaning that inventory never gets to zero and there will always be a product available when a patient wants to purchase it. Reports. These reports give you details such as who purchased it, in-stock levels, daily reports on sold products, profitability, what inventory you need, what inventory you don't. It's going to help the practice streamline the process. And of course, your profits are going to increase because inventory will be heavily monitored. There will be no room for error, no room for inventory leaving the shelves not accounted for, and your employees will be aware of this new system. I recommend that you implement this system as soon as possible. Moving forward with the implementation of this system will streamline the process and eliminate all inefficiencies. Now, to implement it, it will be important to write a manual for the existing and new employees to refer to. Each employee in charge of the individual steps will be trained on the new process, and all of the products will need to be input into the system. This is a little work up front for a big benefit in the end. Now, I recommend you do not let another day go by letting money walk out your door. When you don't have an inventory system in place, you are not able to track where that retail inventory goes. And it is very important to the practice that you are able to do that. I hope that this persuades you to go forward with implementing a barcode inventory system and start that process today. Thank you.